Guys, Stellar Christoph here for another Lestros video and another deck build. This one's going to be super hype in my opinion because this is the first deck that we ever went undefeated with the Tuesday night webcam casual tournament. Um, Very excited that we were able to do that. I was very surprised. This deck was not tested whatsoever beforehand. It has been tested after to continue to see. Win ratio is still pretty high, which I loved it. So without further ado, it is Drat King. It's not just Drat King. It's also Curubus. So we went full rock and a hard place this past week on the casual tournaments. So Drat King, as you guys know, destroys an Celestial. You're going to take control of that Celestial. And Curubus, disenchant 2 water off your field, pop a card, and sometimes heal depending on the cost. So let's go through the deck list. We ourselves the double Drat King and the double Curubus. Along with that, we do have triple Eddie. Awesome card in general, switch battle position, but also to get our Curubus out. And then the triple Drat Kid. This one is one of the cards that you could technically remove. So obviously Drat King and Curubus are water enchanted as well. So the Drat Kid you could sub out for other Celestials, water or lunar, and can still ascend into those guys. Again, playtesting this one, it didn't do too bad, especially being able to take over opponent's attack, a single Spirit Celestial's attack for the turn, making sure you have something in the back row to protect it. We also have triple Specterus, overall really good card. Whenever it battles an opponent's Celestial, that Celestial gets suppressed. For every suppressed Celestial on the field, Specterus gets +1. So just by attacking, it's always going to go to a 5. And then we also have double Dratagwa. We're going to get some heal on with this deck. And then the Tadpuff. Tadpuff, again, to get our Ascension out, you can special cast this and then ascend into either Drat King or Curubus. And the last Celestial in the main deck is going to be Pandolence. This one was kind of a tech option. I will say the times I've played this card, my opponent immediately removes it off the field or tries to block it somehow. Disenchant 1 Lunar to take a counter rune from your underworld, play it face down. So again, say I use all 3 of my PTAs, I can go ahead, which PTAs, and I do have 3 copies in this deck, play Pandolence, disenchant to play it a 4th time. So again, the ratios with this was pretty well. You'll see the side deck. I got a couple side deck options for it, but again, every single Celestial, 1-cost Celestial can ascend into Drat King. This deck for me is more focused on Drat King. There are options for Curubus as well, which we will get into shortly. Going to the runes. So we are going to go over the typical runes you find in most decks. I do have 2 Ambrosia, and then I also have 1 Resting on Your Laurels. Again, I needed some kind of extra removal. Resting just fits because it does not use, say, like Earthquake cost you Earth or Race to the Top. Obviously, this deck, you cannot play those cards. So I got 2 Ambrosias. Again, I have 2 Dratagwas, so between all that, I will heal 10 times without using Dratagwa's effect multiple times. And then the Resting on Your Laurels, again, just to kind of take something off the field. Rock in a hard place. Again, I'm running that kind of a deck, so I do need to have 3 copies in this deck as well. We're going to have ourselves double Poseidon. Again, this is mainly for the Curubus and the Dratagwa. Poseidon's natural ability is to Nexus off of itself, so I can heal with Dratagwa. Play this card, use Curubus' effect. This is just a Nexus option or a disenchant option. We got ourselves a double Atlantis. Again, we are running a decent amount of water Celestials. Poseidon's special ability, able to Nexus off of itself, say onto my Specterus or onto my Pandolence. Atlantis will power them up as well. And then now for the counter runes, and the last water card will be triple Tsunami. Running a water deck, it's just natural to have 3. We are going to have triple Gorgon's Gaze, able to suppress an Celestial and stop it from doing something. This can also pair well with your Specterus. Go ahead, play this. You're going to suppress the Celestial, and then go ahead and say attack a different Celestial. It will bump up to a 6 attack that way for your Specterus. As I already stated, by accident, we do have the triple PTA. And then we have double Shield of Achilles, just being able to remove something off the field. Again, for me, the shield is more going to protect my Drat Kid or my Eddie for that 1 turn before I can play Rock in a hard place, or if I don't have an option to play Rock in a hard place quite yet, just yet. We're going to go over spirits. I do have a total of 8 Alloon and 12 Leviathan. The math seemed pretty well. As of right now, I wouldn't change that. Again, this is more water-based. But again, it didn't feel too bad. The double Ambrosia, I can save for strictly the Lunar if I need to. Again, Dratagwa was going to heal water by itself anyway. And last but not least, we do have the side deck. I do have the last copy of Ambrosia. Let's go ahead and move these out of the way. I do have one copy of Ambrosia and one copy of Shield to round out the playsets. Double Altar Stars, again, one of the best counter runes in the game. Since this isn't Nexus driven per se, I side decked it for now, but again, easy switch out. I do have the third Dratagua. I do have 3 Navis. Again, we're not running a Lunar Nexus, but a good card to have out. The turn you summon it, it's going to have basically a 6 attack. -2 attack from all opponents Celestials, or all Celestials that are not Lunar or Solar. And the last bit of fun a little bit, if I wanted to go more toward, say, like the Stadium route, or if I needed to get my Poseidon, I do have double Jolton. I do have double Elichick, and then the 3 Zaptors. Maybe not all 3 used at one time, but again, just a tech option, an option if I do need it. All right. Got a little fogged up there. But that's the deck, guys. It felt really good. There was a couple of times I thought I was going to lose and then was able to swing out. Drat King, I believe I got out in 2 different games. Kuribus, one of those games I was able to get Drat King and Kuribus out, and then Kuribus was by itself another turn. One of the matches that people think I'm kind of crazy on, I did have Kuribus out and then ascended Kuribus into the Drat King. It felt kind of weird to do it. They could have countered, but the face down was actually a bluff. So at that point, I was just taking control of their Celestials, and from then on, I was good to go. But that's the deck list. Please let me know if how you guys like this deck. Feel free to copy it and let me know how you guys do with it. If you guys do decide to mimic this deck and you do Tuesday Casual or Casuals in your own town, please reach out to me either on commenting on here or reach out to me on Discord. Let me know how it went. That being said, guys, my name is Stellar Christoph. I hope you all have a stellar day, and we'll see you next time. Peace.